don't know anything at the moment. um, I just know that I wanted to look closer with you with
Yes.
on doership, what is going on, and I don't even know, if this is true. That so I, there's some obsession going on with making this highlights, and and I was looking at it, and I just don't know anything anymore. What I can remember, yeah. That's so ridiculous, really. What I remember is that there is
Can we forget what you remember? Let's forget what you remember and just remain fresh here.
Yeah, fresh.
You want to remember? You want to get into all that? No, it's better not to. No.
No. I just, there is. I don't know how to put it in words. There is. So
let's start with this. Let's start with this. I don't know itself.
Yeah, I like that very much.
at least so far you do. I hope it continues. So, because this question usually is not very comfortable, because when we look at just these very basics, then the inquiry can be very short actually. We say, I know something or I don't know something. What do we actually mean by that? All of us must look together.
I don't know.
So we can slow it down for everyone so everyone can follow. We say I, or sometimes we say I don't know. What is it that is really meant? And all of us can check on this. What is it that we mean by knowing?
When I say I don't know, it's just what is here. There's nothing to be known at the moment. It's just I'm just here. There's no thoughts are going on or anything or what.
Very good. Very good. So can we say that usually when it is said I don't know anything or I know something, we are talking about the description of something or the image of something from memory or from imagination?
Sorry, that was too long to remember.
Yes. So I'm saying that when we say usually that I know something, aren't we talking about the concept of something, which is the description of something, or a visual mental representation of something? Isn't that usually how we denote knowing?
Yes, when you are, in life going on, talking to people, or
yes,
you're just saying, yes, I know he is coming then, or whatever, or he's, or something like that.
Yes.
Well, the schedule is like this or something like that.
Yes, very good. So, does everyone agree that this is how the word knowing is usually used? To get a concept of something or to get a visual of something is usually how the word knowing is used. You see? Then when we say I don't know, it means that I don't have a clear concept of what I want to communicate, or I don't have a clear visual either of what is going on. You see? It is like a blank.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes.
Isn't it? Good. Till knowing, which fluctuates between having a concept of something and not having a concept of something, or not having a clear concept of something. Now, knowing.
You broke up. I didn't understand your voice.
Yes, I said, is this mental knowing, which is having the description of something or having a visual of something, is that the only knowing?
So you say to be fresh here. So what is here? There are no thoughts here, and this is what this is what I see. That there are no thoughts, and you could say this is what I know, or so. This is what I see. What I.
Yeah. See, so the non-existence of certain phenomena like thoughts is also known. When we say I don't know, what we are really saying is I know that I don't have a good concept right now.
Yes.
You see? I can repeat this for everyone. Usually in the world, when we say I don't know, what we are saying is I know that concept or description right now. Isn't it? So there is a knowing of it, which is prior to this kind of mental knowing, isn't it?
Yes.
You see? Now, what does this knowing, let's call it the knowing with the capital K, what is this knowing dependent on?
There's no dependence.
All.
You mean me?
Yes, at all no dependence?
No, not at all. No.
Very good. Who are all coming to this conclusion? Coming to this conclusion. Okay. Yes, but even so, he says a very good question, which is that isn't this knowing dependent on the sense of being? You see, and when we check, we see that there is the appearance of the waking state. I am also. You see, so don't worry if some of you are getting confused by this. So, isn't there a knowing of even this I amness, that I exist, which is independent of any sort of mental knowing? independent even of the presence or absence of being. To report it is true or not, of course, you will need that.
Yeah.
You see, the reporting, of course, is dependent on that, but the knowing, which means that I know I woke up at 7 a.m., but I just wanted to lie down in the bed and keep my eyes closed. You see? So what changed at 7 a.m.? This sense of existence came, isn't it? There, this knowingness must have been there to see that changing of nothingness to somethingness. So Nitya says that it is completely independent. Now, how many of you agree or disagree? Agree on direct seeing. Agree, very good. Disagree. Yeah. Yes, yeah.
So I would say from that point of nothingness to somethingness, then the mind comes into play. Then nothingness turns into somethingness.
Yes. So again we go slowly. So what have we covered so far? We started with this point where Nitya said, I don't know. And I said that is a beautiful place to start the inquiry. So what is it usually when we mean by saying I know something? What is it that we mean? Let's go again. What is it that we mean?
We do something mentally.
Mentally means?
Images,
Yes.
visual,
Visual images or descriptions,
description
isn't it?
via thought.
Thought, description. So this is one kind of knowing. Now then we said, is this the only knowing? Isn't it also known that right now I don't have a thought, I don't have a clear thought about something? You see? Now this knowing is which one? What knows that right now a clear thought is not available, or I'm not getting a clear visual replica of what is this knowing? And I said for a while we'll call this the knowing with a capital K.
This is one good question that
One or two?
one good question that
I'll repeat the question when you say.
oh my god,
Mind disappeared. Very good. So he says it raises a question that mind disappeared and now it's making a comeback. Yes. It's not making it. It had a very timid comeback. It didn't really. Now it's really back. Should I not look at you? Will that help? What do you mean by knowing? I said I'll ask only questions today. Take given the mic. He enjoys seeing me do the inquiry.
Like when I try, you do some magic and it just disappears everything. Okay, so you said that there is only two kind of knowing. One is a mental description of something, and one is the awareness, the primal knowing.
Primal knowing, yes.
I say that there is one something which is an experience of something.
Yes.
So suppose I am having some experience, like I
Yes.
am testing a mango,
Yes.
or I am
Very good.
testing a pain in the body. So I am
Yes.
having any kind of experience.
Very
So
good.
this experience
Yes.
is neither a mental knowing
Yes.
and nor a primal knowing.
Yes.
So what is this?
This experience is known by what? is experienced by consciousness. You see, it is tasting the mango. You see, now that this phenomenal perceiving is going on, this phenomenal, who knows this or is aware of this?
Father, when you say consciousness, it's bodily consciousness, right? That
We'll come to that. That's a big question. Would you say that there is no difference between the tasting and the knowing of the tasting? Qualitatively, fundamentally, of course, there is no difference.
Yes, like
It's the knowing which enables the testing to happen.
Exactly.
But of course, it is a knowing, the experience of something is a knowing which is neither a mental and not a primal knowing.
Yes, we can say like that. The experience of it also we can put in the category of small k.
Yes.
But it is fundamentally the knowing of this phenomenal tasting remains unchanged, isn't it? And that is where all of this reporting is. All of this tasting is also known. If this knowing was not there, then would there be any awareness of the phenomenal experience, be it sight or tasting or feeling? So when we say the description of something or the visual replica of something, you see, so whether the replica is happening here or the replica is happening seemingly here, it's all just replicas are being experienced, isn't it? Okay, we'll come to your question in a bit because it's a long one. Where are we with Nitya?
Father, actually, everything is can be really, like you said, very short, because when I'm just here, and of course I'm aware that I'm here, yeah.
Yes.
And with this, it's just everything stops. There's no. It's just, yeah, that's it. I mean, what to say? Nothing anymore. Um, I'm trying to find something, but it's actually totally impossible. So.
Yes. So let's even look at this. What does it mean when we say I am trying to find something? Can you break it down further? What does it mean?
It's just empty here.
What is empty? Is the appearance empty? Or what is empty?
No, of course I can see. I can see everything here, and
Yes.
but what I see is empty. Huh?
Empty of what?
Of personal things, I would say, maybe.
Yes.
Of
Yes.
personal relationship to it also.
Yes. 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 Also starts to become empty of description, isn't it?
Yeah,
empty of this mental meaning that we have been giving it. So the appearance just remains just a simple appearance, and it becomes empty of description, and as you said very beautifully actually, of a sense of personal relationship with what is appearing. You see, it is just appearing. Very good.
So what now comes into my mind is when this triggers are coming, yeah? Like, with this with this doership or something like this. When something personal comes into it, and that it just gets personal in a way, and sometimes very subtle, only very subtle, personal. You just sense it, that there's something, some me in it also.
Yes. So also you can describe this to everyone. You see, you can describe this to everyone. How can something which is appearing, how does it start seeming personal?
Sad when it's just not actual. I have to interpret something. I have to, when something occurs, like maybe a feeling or so.
Yes.
I have to believe something about it.
Yes.
I have to go relate to it. I have to relate to that what is appearing.
Yes.
Make it something somehow my own. I have to make it to my.
Yes. But can it be that the appearance is just the appearance, but a thought comes, and with our belief in that thought, does something really change about the appearance?
No, nothing at all.
You see? So something becoming personal, therefore, is just a pretense, isn't it? What I mean by pretense is that nothing really changed, even at the level of appearance.
No, the appearance stays always like, it's just the appearance. It is always just what is.
Yes.
But belief, the relationship from thought, belief, and appearance has to come together somehow.
Yes. And even in the coming together of it, nothing has really changed except that now there is a presumption or condition that something is mine or not mine, or I want something or I don't want something, I like something or I don't like something. You see? All these presumptions come into play.
I just forgot the meaning of the word presumption. Sorry.
Just pretending, like a pretending.
Pretending, okay.
Just like a pretending. Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually very easy, no? You just have to, not have to, you just don't relate to anything, no? Don't believe anything. It's just always this, no? Always.
Okay, so let me now play the devil's advocate, literally.
Yeah.
So when you say, so you say, okay, then I just don't relate to anything. But isn't that such a lifeless, boring, insipid existence?
No, not at all. It's very light, very beautiful, very alive, really alive, actually. Really alive.
Won't joy stop if I stop relating to things?
No. No, not at all. No.
What is the trouble I will get if I stop this personal relating?
Again, you broke up again. Your voice broke up.
I said, yes, I said, you have to warn me because you are giving me good advice now. You have to warn me now. What is the trouble I can expect if I stop relating to this world of appearances personally?
No trouble. Uh, not at all. What trouble? I mean, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's great.
Okay, so no trouble. You say no trouble if I don't relate to anything personally.
Yeah.
Then why do it in the first place?
It is just a habit, really, actually. It's really just somehow the energy plays like this. Some energy pull goes to it. Because it's
Yes.
just this, yeah, was just learned for such a long time to do that and to believe. And it's if you don't know who you are, who this is, if you don't know that you are this, you cannot do it otherwise. It's just like, yeah, it's just like happening like this somehow.
It sounds very simple to me.
Yeah,
It sounds very simple to me.
it's
That
totally
just appearances are coming, the interpreter is coming with interpretations or meanings about them. All I'm meant to do is let go of these meanings and interpretations and allow life to just be. Is that what you're saying?
yes, but you just cannot do it in that sense. Um, how how to say that? You, I mean, when you are here, it's just very natural. It's just how it is. I mean, that is the natural state, actually,
Yes.
and
What do you
everything
mean by
else. But you have to.
what do you mean by when you are here? What does it mean when you are here? When
Yeah,
you are
here.
here, yes.
When 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 you're just not relating to anything. I mean, not just here in this present, as this presence.
Yes.
When you're just empty, is like to be here is just being empty and not relating personal to anything what is appearing, what is coming up inside, outside, or whatever. This is,
Yes.
I mean, with just being here. And when you are here, it's actually very. It is not actually possible to. It's. I don't know how to believe actually now at the moment. It's, you really have to think, really. I don't know even how to think right now, but so therefore thoughts have to come,
Yes.
and you have to go to, you have to believe them. But when you are here, it's just you have to not. I forgot where we were actually. I totally
Yes.
forgot where we were what we were talking about. So,
It's very good. It's very good. We were coming to the end of trouble, you see. And you said with 100% certainty, the only way to come to suffering or trouble is first the appearance of this interpreter thought, you see. And then even after the appearance, there needs to be a belief or identification with it, isn't it?
Yes. Father, I have the feeling I don't even can follow what we are talking here, because it's just so empty.
So you know that you don't know?
I know that I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's very beautiful.
Yeah. Now, if I were to be a bit radical and
Yes.
say that the small k knowing, you see, we cannot really testify to it being true. At best, as Maharaj said, you can say the only truths that I can say is that I am. But ultimately, even this is not the truth.
Right.
Therefore, in that one simple statement, he discarded everything that is known in this mental sort of way, isn't it?
Yes.
Because that was the truth, which is the truth, must remain. Truth by definition, at least the definition that we use here, is not something which is coming and going. You see? So within the waking state, the only seeming truth seems to be that I exist, I am. But because we have experienced other states, it is seen that ultimately this knowingness, this awareness is not even subject to this presence. It is not subject to implies that it is the only subject, but it is not dependent on anything, including this I am. Use of words, you can say the only truth is that I am. No attributes. And the job of this mental knowing seems to be to present interpretations, attributes, and conditions for this pure presence I am. Isn't it?
Father, how it is here right now is more that I am and also I am not is more true. Both.
Yes. What do you mean by I am not?
What do I mean? It is really both. It is I am is the first appearance really.
Yes.
And I am not is even more what I am.
Yes.
Oh.
Very good. I like this quote a lot actually. So this I am not means that rather than saying I am not, because in saying I am not, you are amness, isn't it? You're not cancelling the I-ness. I know it can sound a bit technical, but what you are saying is that I is more than even I am.
Yes, right, yeah.
Isn't?
Yeah. Yes, right.
You see? So this I, which is the I that remains, as Bhagwan said, Is it possible to lose this I?
No, of course not. No. No.
If it is not possible to lose this I, and is it okay if we call this I the self, then what is the spiritual journey about? The journey for the self?
I don't know what this. I have no idea. I have truly no idea. It is just how to say, Father, how to answer a question like this when you are just here empty, you know, and when this is the only truth, so to say. How can you answer a question like this? I have no idea. I mean, really, I mean, seriously, how to answer any question?
Yes.
I don't know how you are doing this actually. Yeah, seriously.
Just part of the play of appearances, isn't it?
Yeah, it must be like this. Yeah, like going shopping or something like this, no?
Yeah.
It's the same. It's no different to anything else. What?
Yes.
Yeah.